Joe goes to Bob's house and knocks on the door. Oh, hi there, Grace. Is Bob around?
Yes, he's taking a bath.
Okay, great. You know, Grace, I'll give you $100 if you drop the towel.
Joe, you are crazy. I would never do that.
Well, $250 if you drop it.
I told you no. What do you want?
Okay, $500.
Okay, but fast.
Thank you. Tell Bob I'll be back later. Who was it?
It was Joe, looking for you, but he says he's coming later.
Oh, did he give you the $500 he owes me?
I hate my life. I don't want to live anymore.
Hey, man, why the long face?
I just found out my wife is sleeping with another man. I've decided I'm gonna drink myself to death.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you kill yourself.
Well, what would you do in my situation?
If I found out a guy was sleeping with my wife, I wouldn't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I'd kill the guy.
That's a great idea! Thanks!
Oh, thank God you're finally back. Did you kill the guy?
Nope. I slept with your wife. Whiskey, please.
A wife was in bed with her lover when she heard her husband's key in the door.
Stay where you are. He's so drunk he won't even notice you're in bed with me.
Sure enough, the husband lurched into bed none the wiser. But a few minutes later, through a drunken haze, he saw 6 feet sticking out of the end of the bed.
Hey, there are 6 feet in this bed. There should only be 4. What's going on? Nonsense. You're so drunk you miscounted. Get out of bed and try again. You can see better from over there.
The husband climbed out of bed and counted.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're right, you know.
Bob was having an affair with his secretary. One day, their passions overcame them in the office, and they took off to her house. Exhausted from the afternoon activities, they fell asleep and woke up around 8 p.m.
Oh my God! It's dark already, and my wife will be absolutely mad at me for being late to dinner.
As Bob threw on his clothes, he told his lover,
"Please, take my shoes outside and rub them through the grass and dirt."
Confused, she nonetheless complied as Bob slipped into his shoes and drove home.
Where have you been this whole evening? Darling, I can't lie to you. I've been having an affair with my secretary. I fell asleep in her bed and didn't wake up until 8 o'clock.
The wife glanced down at his shoes and said,
You liar! You've been playing golf.
A burglar breaks into a home and holds the man and woman in it hostage. At gunpoint, he forces the two to sit on chairs facing the opposite way, back to each other, and ties them to the chairs. The burglar slowly and methodically begins stealing from the house. When the burglar has taken everything of value, he gets ready to leave. The homeowners still bound to their chairs when suddenly, the man yells at the burglar,
Please untie her! Please! Let her go!
No, I'm not untying either of you so that the authorities get notified as late as possible. Don't worry. Your neighbors will soon wonder why your lights are still on throughout the night and check in on you before you succumb to dehydration.
Please, just untie her. I'll do anything.
The burglar once again explains his reasoning. I need to get away from this crime. I'm sorry. I can't leave anything up to chance. The man shuffles his chair towards the burglar. In a state of mania, exclaims,
I'm begging you, man. Just let her go. She won't call the cops. I promise.
The burglar, still unwilling to budge, did find it quite touching how much his hostage cared about his wife. Wow, you must really love your wife to beg me to untie her so desperately.
No, my wife will be home in 15 minutes.
Harold got in bed, kissed his lovely wife, and fell into a deep sleep. He awoke before the pearly gates and St. Peter said,
You died in your sleep, Harold.
I'm dead? No, I can't be. I've got too much to live for. Send me back to my wife.
Perhaps that could be arranged, but there aren't many open spots right now. You've got 2 alternatives. You can come back to your house as a goldfish or as a hen.
Harold never liked swimming and thought perhaps being a hen wouldn't be that bad after all. The chickens his wife raised just ran around pecking at the ground. No stress and at least he'd still be close to her.
Okay, then I choose to be a hen.
The next thing he knew, he was covered with feathers, clucking and pecking the ground in his old backyard. Another hen strolled up and said, "So, you're the new hen. Nice to meet you. How's your first day here?"
Not bad, but I have this strange feeling inside like I'm gonna explode.
"Oh, you're ovulating. Don't tell me you've never laid an egg before."
Never.
"Well, just cluck twice and then push." Harold clucked twice and pushed. And voila! Out popped an egg. Harold was overcome with emotion as he experienced motherhood for the first time. He then clucked twice, pushed, and out came another egg. It felt amazing. He never knew it was like this. Just as he was about to lay his third egg, his wife called out to him.
Harold! Harold!
Happiness filled Harold as he saw her running towards him. Knowing she was there to share this moment, he was overwhelmed by joy. He clucked once, clucked twice, and suddenly felt his wife smack the back of his head.
Damn it! Harold, wake up! You're pooping the bed!
Bob goes into the U.S. Postal Service to apply for a job. The interviewer asks him, "Are you allergic to anything?" "Yes, caffeine. I can't drink coffee." "Okay. Have you ever been in the military service?" "Yes, I was in Afghanistan for one tour." "That will give you 5 extra points toward employment." "Are you disabled in any way?" "Yes. A bomb exploded near me and I lost both my testicles." "Disabled in your country's service? Well, that qualifies for extra points." "Okay. Looking at the regulations, you've got enough points for me to hire you right now. Our normal hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can start tomorrow at 10 a.m. and plan on starting at 10 a.m. every day." Bob is puzzled and asks, "If the work hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., why don't you want me here until 10 a.m.? "Well, this is a government job. For the first 2 hours, we just stand around drinking coffee and scratching our balls. No point in you coming in for that." Bob was hit by a car as he was crossing the road, and he was taken to hospital with serious injuries. While laying in a hospital bed, he sent a text message to his wife. "Honey, I got hit by a car, and Donna brought me to the hospital. They've been taking tests and doing x-rays. The blow to my head is very strong, maybe serious. Also, I have 3 broken ribs, a broken arm, a compound fracture on my left leg, and they may have to amputate the right foot." Grace was extremely concerned and rather anxious after receiving his text messages, so she replied with,
Who the hell is Donna?
A policeman pulls Farmer Bob over for speeding and proceeds to write him a ticket. Bob notices some flies buzzing around, annoying the officer, and says to him,
I see you're being bothered by those circle flies.
"If that's what you call them, yes. They are somewhat annoying." "Yeah, we call them that because we see them circling around the rear ends of horses." Did you just call me a horse's ass?" "Oh, no, sir. I have way too much respect for those who serve in law enforcement to ever say such a thing." "Well, that's a good thing then.
But it's hard to fool those circle flies."
17-year-old Lucy came home feeling slightly worried. Bob noticed that something was wrong and asked his daughter, "Is there anything you want to talk about, sweetie?"
Yes, Daddy. My new boyfriend, Chad, just told me something that I didn't quite understand.
"What did he say?"
He said that I have a beautiful chassis, lovely airbags, and a fantastic bumper.
"Well, you tell this Chad guy if he ever opens your bonnet and tries to check your oil with his dipstick, then I will tighten his nuts so hard that his headlights will pop out and he will start leaking out of his exhaust pipe." Toby comes down for breakfast. Since they live on a farm, his mother Grace asks,
Toby, have you done your chores already?
Not yet.
Well, no breakfast until you've done your chores.
Toby is a little pissed off, so he goes to feed the chickens and he kicks one chicken. He then goes to feed the cows and he kicks a cow. He goes to feed the pigs as well, and while doing so, he kicks a pig also. He goes back in for breakfast and his mother gives him a bowl of dry cereal.
How come I don't get any eggs and bacon? Why don't I have any milk in my cereal? Well, I saw you kick a chicken, so you don't get any eggs for a week. I saw you kick the pig, so you don't get any bacon for a week either. I also saw you kick the cow, so for a week you aren't getting any milk.
Just then, his father Bob comes down for breakfast and kicks the cat halfway across the kitchen. Toby looks up at his mother with a smile and asks,
Are you going to tell him, or should I?
Bob and Grace are discussing what they think their son Toby will be when he grows up. I have an idea. He puts a $10 bill, a bottle of whiskey, and a Bible on the coffee table. If he takes the money, he'll be a banker. If he takes the whiskey, he'll be a drunk. And if he takes the Bible, that means he'll be a preacher. So they hide behind the sofa just before Toby comes in the door. He picks up the $10 bill, looks at it, then sets it down. He picks up the bottle of whiskey, uncorks it, sniffs it, then sets it down. He picks up the Bible, leafs through it, and sets it down. Well, how do you like that? He's gonna be a politician!